Hello Twitch, welcome to my gallery. This is called the Romanticizing Memories gallery. It is based on my Genesis NFT collection by the same name. I dropped this on Opensea through the Polygon blockchain. To those that are new to the NFT space, Opensea is the platform. Polygon blockchain basically means that it's gas free, so you do not have to pay any extra gas fees that some of the other blockchains cost. So all my work is linked, hyperlinked in here. You can click on it, you can get a description, you can get the link to the actual Opensea. And I will say, with this economy, everything is basically on sale. So if you want to buy art, if you are in the NFT space as a collector and you want to buy art, now is the time. Now is the time to do it, because everything is lower. And, the more time passes by, the more valuable things are going to get, as long as, the artist continues on their path. So this one specifically is $14, 0.0123. I did the 123 as a commemoration to Bleace's 123 alarm and being grateful. So anything that I minted a couple weeks ago is at 123. Anything that I minted more recently is at 0.03. But again, that's still a very low price especially for photography, because photography is normally priced a bit higher. So I do want to say thank you to the people that have collected my artwork throughout the past couple of months. It really means a lot that, I have 20 collectors. That's huge. And whether that happened because they purchased it or because, they won a giveaway or they're close friends of mine, I just wanted, the people that are close to me and the people that really appreciate my art to be able to have it in their wallets. So this room that Bleace is showing right now is actually kind of the nighttime photography part of the collection, which is a little different than when I first minted. So yeah, these are really unique. I think that these are even more valuable because I don't get to take a lot of nighttime photography pics, so these are like extra special. And yeah, I think each piece kind of speaks for itself and is pretty special. So these are taken all over the world, all the places I've traveled throughout the past couple of years, and I kind of curated it in a way that hopefully leaves you with some sort of feeling, a good feeling, looking back at a memory and realizing just how special that moment was. And even if you weren't there, hopefully the person that's viewing it can also, get that feeling and feel like they were there and they got to experience it. Clearly my photography is very colorful. I try to make things vibrant. Each piece is an art piece in itself because they're all edited very differently. There's not like presets that I use. Like each one is just very different from the others. So yeah, each piece is really unique, and that's why I love them. Like this one, I colored most of the windows by hand on Procreate after editing it. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on my iPad on this one, and Lovely Lions actually owns this piece. We love her, and yeah. I think each piece is super cool, and not to be biased or anything because I'm the one that created them, but yeah, I would love for more of the New York pieces to get picked up, especially after NFT NYC, because I know people that maybe had never even been to New York before can appreciate it even more. That one was in Paris. So I loved like the juxtaposition of like the modern and like the really traditional art, and making it really neon. That's definitely one of my favorites for sure. And another New York piece, I know the skater scene and skaters and photographers together kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly, I think. So yeah, I really, really feel like each piece has its own story, and that's all I can really say. I think that's all I can really say about the whole collection. And I know people appreciate all the colors and all the different, techniques for each one. I think this pastel haul, which has not been collected yet, would be really cool. If you wanted something.
Doesn't have info.
If you want something really colorful. Oh, okay. Gotta add info on that one. My B dog. I created this gallery before NFT NYC. I added the rubber duck created by Brian Life. Later on, I want to add some more 3D objects. Go through each piece, make sure, everything has a description and a link. And I definitely want to personalize the space more because I'm realizing some really cool stuff is going down in Spatial, and some people have really creative spaces and things that they've added. So I definitely want to build on top of this, and then maybe eventually build a new one.
This one was just bought, right?
Rad owns this one.
Yeah.
We love Dude Rad, and yeah, some of them are already collected, some of them are still open. So this one was collected by John Pasciuto, who I just met at NFT NYC. He has a podcast called The Wrong Advice, and we got to see the podcast being recorded live, which was a cool experience. So yeah, there's just some really, see this Eiffel Tower one still available. That's a gem. I've always dreamed of taking that picture, and Bleace can say when we got there I cried immediately and I screamed because
yeah, I thought she was getting freaking mugged the way she screamed.
I screamed out of just pure excitement because I just couldn't believe it. Because some people, they see the Eiffel Tower from far away and they're like, oh, it's right there. We turned the corner and I didn't realize it was going to be right there, and all my emotions just hit me at once. And I was definitely not ready because I've been seeing this picture with the carousel and with the Eiffel Tower in the background for so long, and I always had it envisioned that I was going to do a shoot here, and I'm still down to go back and do more shoots there. It's definitely, this isn't the one and only, but this is definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity that we got here, because it was right before the pandemic hit that we were able to travel and take these pictures before the world drastically changed. So if you're looking back at romanticizing memories, this is one way to romanticize a memory is the very few days before our world completely changed after the pandemic. So that one means a lot to me. And another Paris one that was picked up by Stacy Bueller, which is this photo one. How'd that duck get there? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Yeah, this the vintage photo shop right there in Paris. That one was picked up by Stacy. We love her. I decided to put the duck next to the bubbles. The bubbles are still free. Well, not free, but open to a collector. And yeah, would love to see someone pick up the bubbles.
Pick up the bubbles?
Pick up the bubbles.
You ever want someone to pick up the bubbles?
Bubbles, sir.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Yep. Pick up the bubbles. That's the only description that I had for the bubbles. That was in Amsterdam at the Moco Museum. Really dope museum. If you ever go to Amsterdam, go there. I had a really great time. If you like Banksy, there's a bunch of Banksy in there. There's a bunch of Warhol. There's Takashi Murakami. There's so many different artists that I'm not naming, but really, really cool was all the immersive experiences that they had with sounds and with mirrors and lights and colors. You can really chill there for a long time, and so cool in there. Also a New York pic. That one was the first picture I minted. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole, and it perfectly describes what it feels like to jump into Web3. And Blurry Fantasy. I think this definitely describes summer nights, New York City. It hit differently after NFT NYC, that's all I'll say. It's cool to think that my collection was a couple of people's first ever photography NFTs they've ever collected. I'm sure partly because they just love the piece, and partly because it's so accessible. I'm not charging so much money, I really just want people to have my art in their wallet, forever, unless they decide to sell it, which I'm okay with too. That's the whole thing of it, is you get those royalties for life if people do decide to sell your pieces. So.
For life?
For life.
For life.
For life. I think it's really cool. I think Web3 is really cool, and I think
you're really cool.
I appreciate that.
You're a cool cat, Carol.
I'm a cool cat.
You're a cool cat.
That's cool. And I think just seeing people in person, seeing all these all this art in person, all these events, these metaverse events in person, just made me realize how much bigger it really is. And even though we keep saying we're such a small community, we're such a small community, like maybe
Oh, look at those cryptos. Oh,
maybe to the whole world we are, but it's a big community. Like there's a lot of people getting involved, a lot of big names, a lot of corporations are jumping in, and hopefully working with the Web3 artists. Because then that way we can do this full time. Like I want to do this full time, and I'm putting it out to the universe and out to the Twitch stream. Like this is what I want to do full time.
boom,
So
boom,
it's gonna happen.
boom,
I think 2023.
boom,
And definitely Art Basel is gonna be big.
boom,
Metaverse Miami is the next step.
boom.
And the next NFT NYC, you better see us up there and speaking on panels, our artwork displayed at different events. We ain't taking no for an answer, okay?
Oh,
We're gonna see this artwork displayed IRL
oh.
and new pieces because I'm gonna be minting a bunch of new stuff and working on my craft and seeing what else I can do and get good at. That's all we can really do. This is a building. This is a building period. We're gonna start building.
You're just building?
Yeah, you guys can't see visually, but I'm doing the hands, like the building hands, because we're building right now.
Building?
Yeah. So I think building the different metaverses and creating art and blending those together is really going to be what makes it stand out compared to, you know, others that aren't doing metaverse stuff. And will still find it weird, even though they're artists, that this could really like leap them and make them stand
Leaps
out.
and bounds, people. Leaps and
Yeah.
bounds.
Yeah, I think collaborating and doing these events is really what's gonna make us stand out. So let's keep doing it. Let's keep pushing P.
Let's pushing Pete.
Keep pushing P.
Well, I think we got a little nice video there.
Yeah.
I think we got a nice little video. I'll have to clip for Carol here.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and we will definitely see you again very soon, maybe tonight.
For me, I love it. I love the lines. I love the contrast. It's fire. I love it. And this collectible, are the NFTs available for sale? I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, this collection is available on Opensea through Polygon right now. Each piece is actually linked, so thank goodness for the hyperlinks that were added like directly after I created this, because I was able to link everything. And yeah, it's really helpful to have that, and I think it's cool to also be able to connect the NFTs directly if you want to. So you have several options with these kind of galleries, and yeah.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. I figured they were linked, but I just want to double check. And let's see. Do you have any questions about your space? Did you need help with anything? Because it looks like you are on point. I love the ease of use with Spatial. So you just have 5 or 10 minutes of like onboarding, and then you can create such, oh, that's a good one. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at some art. The ease of operability. So I feel like you nailed it. I love the curation of your collection here too. My eyes are just pulled, like constantly pulled to the next piece. So that is beautiful. Especially sometimes artists get really into their art and they forget to like lay out a story. They just put it on the wall. So you did not do that. You did it perfectly.
Thank you. And yeah, I love that I was able to resize all of them. Like I like making them like really big. When I first created it, it was kind of just like whatever the default, so I just kept making them really big. And especially the ones like in the middle. But I think, I mean, right now I don't have any questions. I do want to like maybe personalize it even more, because I know this is kind of like one of the generic ones you can choose. So if I can just try to personalize it more, I will. And this will definitely not be my last one. Like I probably will work on creating more galleries in Spatial, because I just really love it. And luckily Bleace, he's getting some work in on 3D objects as well, and creating 3D environments. So he's been my
Yay.
rock and my help. He helped me create the first one that I had on Mozilla Hubs, which was like a Brooklyn loft kind of style, and I really love that one. So I hope that we can work together and be able to create more. And my friend down there, by the way, her name's Glitch Cat. I know it's spelled differently, but I invited her because she also creates really cool galleries. So thank you for being here as well.
That is so amazing. I did notice, and I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but I did notice that I don't see like a banner for you in your gallery. It's beautiful fire art, but when I come in, I don't see you like anywhere, like your brand or anything like that. Was that did that have intent behind it?
No, I mean, not at all. I honestly didn't really think about it, but it is actually smart to kind of like have that. So definitely good feedback. I'll think of something to kind of like put it and kind of make it known like who this is and who the artist is. Um and there are actually more pieces. I just didn't know how I was gonna fit them all, but that could be like something I can work on, is just kind of like seeing like how I can add more pieces, and then how I can kind of brand it and personalize it a little more.